Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see you again. I wanted to touch base. If you remember from our video yesterday, I mentioned that I was going to be a part of a panel today with several physicians and others speaking about the health disparities we find in Black and Brown communities. It was so good to be a part of a conversation that you ever been a part of a conversation that you know is absolutely necessary and you realize that you have something significant to contribute? It was one of those events today. I am so thankful I had an opportunity to be able to attend and to be a part. And I know that it certainly won't be the last. This will just be one of many. Um, I just want to encourage you to know that your opinion and your knowledge matters. The wisdom you have surrounding the care we give our patients, our residents, our clients, those we come into contact with, those who aren't even officially patients, but those who are in the community, and we always find ourselves looking out for them and inquiring after their health. Know that it matters. Know that every interaction you have, you are building up a little database of knowledge that you're able to give back and able to speak about when the time is right. And we are often the voices of our patients. We're the voices of those who don't feel they have a voice. We end up being the voices for those who are in a space sometimes when they can't speak for themselves. So what we do is vitally important. And I don't want us to ever lose sight of that. How important our role as nurses are. I mean, it was so good to speak to, and the audience was packed today, but to see the faces in the audience nodding in agreement, saying thank you, mouthing the word thank you, because we're giving a voice to things they either haven't been able to articulate themselves or just haven't had that opportunity to say it in front of the eyes and ears who truly need to hear it, and was able to do that today. It was such an amazing experience. Um, we took a look at what that needs to look like across every age group, from our little ones in elementary school to those well into adulthood. And it was eye opening to hear things from this side or the thoughts of the providers. But it was great, especially when we had this meeting of the minds to flesh out today's panel discussion. And I was able to contribute things that they don't necessarily think about or see about, being the provider. We understand that as nurses, we're often that first person that our patient has the opportunity to communicate with. We're often that liaison, we're that bridge between the provider and the community, the provider and our patients outside of the hospital. So we get them ready for procedures, we get them ready for their stay, and we also get them ready for discharge. And we start getting, as you know, we start getting our patients ready for discharge on day one, day they're admitted. So that there's this common understanding about what the plan is regarding their care and how we're going to get them where they need to be so that when they leave the hospital or leave the facility, they can do so as functioning human beings. It was great to be able to put that voice to it today. And it's pretty late. I just got back in. It was a 3 hour bus ride each way. I didn't drive, thankfully, this time, and it paid off because I would have been super tired. But seeing that I'm just back in, I wanted to touch base before the end of the night because I'm off to work again in the morning. But wanted to give you an update on today's panel and how amazing it was and how inspired I am to continue to do this because it matters. The voice we give our patients, those voices matter. So continue to fight that good fight. Continue to speak up and advocate when necessary. And just continue to be the great nurse you are. So I will say until tomorrow, because remember, we do this every day. I will see you all then. And last thought, make some time for yourself today, this weekend. Make some time for you. It doesn't have to be an enormous length of time, but carve out some time for you to do something nice for yourself. Something that really shows that you are showing yourself kindness and that you're showing yourself the grace you deserve. Remember, we deal with a lot Monday through Friday, and for those who work on the weekends too. We deal with a lot. So please allow yourself the time and the space to decompress, to be able to get back to your baseline, get back to your normal, whatever that might look like. You deserve that. And I know sometimes we aren't often told that what we do matters, but I want you to know that what you do, it absolutely matters. And I truly am a firm believer. And some people call it karma, some people call it reaping what you sow, what goes around comes around. I truly believe that the good that we put out in this universe will return to us. That good will return to us. And that doesn't necessarily have to be the motivation that you use to do good things or to be a nice person, but just do it because it's the right thing to do and it's the right way to be. I say go with that. Go with that. Be who you are. Don't make apologies for it, but be the absolute best nurse you can be because your patient's life depends on it. Your resident's life is depending on you being the best person you can possibly be. And trust me, I'm not saying that to add pressure. I'm saying that for you to walk in the person you already are. Just be who you are. Continue to be the great nurse you are. So, okay, really, on that note, I'm going to say good night. Best to you all. Take care, stay safe, and until tomorrow, be well.